Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a very different episode of Knockoff Blox. Generally, when I look at knockoff blocks, I find them through dollar stores, thrift stores, things like that. And generally, they're at the very end of a long retail chain, which start in China and usually end up in the United States, if you're anyone like me. I'm usually not in direct contact with any of the creators. So this one's a bit different. I found this one on Amazon.com, and I was able to leave a review for the creators, just kind of expressing how unique their design and philosophy was. And they were able to get back to me and urged me to make a review, write another glowing review perhaps, or in this case, do a YouTube review. So I decided to go for the latter. And after upping and making sure my YouTube channel was up to snuff, I wanted to make sure these guys got a proper recognition for their unique design. So without waffling too much, let's move on to the actual figure. So these guys are the Bigifigures. They're part of the very first in a long line, hopefully, of Bigifigures. The design philosophy, basically, are the fact that you can have these removable stickers to apply to all the figures. So instead of having individual minifigures that are always a policeman, a chef, an average guy, now you can have one figure, and if you're like me and don't mind stickers, you can rearrange the stickers however you like on the figure themselves. It's a unique design. I like it. I'm sure kids would like it too. And I really just hope the best for these guys. So these are Armo Blox, Bigifigures. We have Atom Armor. We have Robbie Rocket, Mia Magic, and Olive Healer. Armo. Get it? Armo. Took me a while to get that one too. But these guys are really cool. They have kind of a secret identity version, and then they have this superhero version. And of course, this guy flies, and this guy has armor, and she does magic, and she heals you. So that's really kind of cool. Kind of unique, kind of getting away from the generic everyday policeman, fireman, farmer, kind of everyday figures, and just going out there with their own unique property. I like it, and they're trying something new, and I dig that. So as I mentioned before, these guys are based out of Brentonwood, Tennessee, USA. And these guys, apparently you can't give these to 3 and under. I'm sorry, they're 5 and up. So, not sure why. Maybe there's a nebulous in-between age in between those, but you never know. So, without opening this, because that might be a collector's item one day, we will be looking at this one that I pre-made a little earlier. So this one's Mia Magic, and as you can see, there's just a whole bunch of stickers on the outside of this cube. So if we take that off, we can see that the inside is actually kind of a hollow design, and each of these are their own unique plate. And I really commend them for this design. This design works out really well. So worst case scenario, they could save more printing styles and just give you more of these plates and a sticker pack, and you're good to go. You have more characters. You just trade these off, and if you want to go back to Mia, whatever, you can just snap it on and go from there. I like that idea. It's very unique, and also very tight tolerances for all the legs are loose enough, but the body parts, they're tight enough to hold their position, and good enough for play. So if you're like me and you don't mind stickers, this is really kind of a cool thing to go off of. Let me find the sticker sheet for the other one. Down here. So if I wanted to, I could change Mia Magic into the superhero version, as shown here. But unfortunately, during opening, I ripped the bag and ripped this. So very good seal on that. They're actually zipper sealed. Zipper sealed. Yeah, say that 3 times fast. So I had to use a knife on that. I would have liked to seen just no zipper in that. Probably would have saved cost on that. But yeah, so anyway, very cool, very unique, and I like the where they're going with that. And as we can see here, here's basically the I assume the patent design. So we have the cube with all the different sides on it, and that slots in on a body which you have to also apply the arms on. That's kind of why I had to cut the video, because it took too long for me to put the arms on without too much force. So tolerances are very good on that, very good on the legs too. And what's unique is that the legs actually segment into the body, kind of like a Lego stud. So that's very unique too. They're getting away from the, it looks too much like a Lego, so let's call it a Faco. Now their own unique figure, I suppose. So yeah, so this is the Bigifigure from Armo Blox. Stumbling aside, that's a really good figure. I like it. I like it. It's a good display. Not the same height and everything as a minifigure. They're just a little bit bigger. Showing that off there, a little bit bigger, but they're still relative to their size, so they could be, cousins or neighbors or whatever. So yeah, if you want to integrate these into your Lego city, you can. There is a possibility. They don't look too far off. They kind of look like maybe people in Mardi Gras suits or costumes of some type. It's really kind of an interesting concept. I won't be doing it. In fact, who knows? I might have a knockoff city at one point where I populate it all with these guys and the other knockoff blocks that I run across later. But yeah, so in terms of play value, I like this one a lot. If you happen to run across a Armo's block figure, buy it. It's really good. I like it, and I assume any kid else would like it too. If they're, so long as they're not in between the nebulous 3 to 5, because that's really kind of up to you. Give it to them if you want, but small pieces, so they might swallow them. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, have fun. And yeah, if you like this kind of content where I look at knockoff Legos and Legos in general, please leave me a like and subscribe. And also, I am now on Patreon, so please support me through that as well, if you can. And until next time, bye.